Hello there.
This is where the fun begins.
What's going on, guys? Unofficial Star Wars here. Hope you're all doing well. And in today's video, we have a news update here for the Ahsoka Tano series. So without further ado, we're going to hop right on into it. We're going to take a look from the Direct's article. As always, we're going to have that full article linked down in the description down below. It reads, Star Wars rumor spoils Darth Vader's next live-action appearance after Obi-Wan Kenobi. I wouldn't necessarily use the term spoil personally because, well, this has been theorized and talked about many times from other Star Wars fans, and it's been nearly confirmed at this point that Hayden Christensen would appear in the Ahsoka Tano series with flashbacks and maybe even as a Force ghost. So it can even be taken that maybe flashbacks would also include Darth Vader. Reading a little bit more into what the article really has to say, as it goes, Darth Vader's return to action in Obi-Wan Kenobi was a point of high anticipation for over a year, and when he arrived in Part 3, it made for a day that will be long remembered. Following the last-second reveal of Anakin Skywalker's shared remains at a bacta tank in the previous episode, Hayden Christensen's Sith Lord entered the series as the primary villain. What happened when Vader became fully involved made for some of the darkest sequences of all of Star Wars. Between the snap necks of villagers, a sneak attack on Obi-Wan, and attempting to burn his former master alive, the Darth Vader shown in Kenobi is as terrifying as ever. Writer Joby Harold admitted that it transpired initially was even to be more brutal. That's something we covered here on the channel. However, the final product effectively made the point of Vader's drive and rage. With 3 episodes to go, fans haven't seen the last of what lengths Vader is willing to go in order to destroy his old friend, an attempt to snuff out a reminder of his past. I should mention, at the time of recording this video, and probably by the time you're actually viewing this video, there's now 2 episodes left of Obi-Wan Kenobi. At this point in the Star Wars timeline, the only other friend of Anakin's that still remains is Ahsoka Tano. Star Wars Rebels told the story of the confrontation on Malachor between Vader and Ahsoka in 2 pieces, leaving fans on a cliffhanger for 2 seasons until it was revealed that the heroine survived the battle via the world between worlds. Tano's story is set to continue in 2023. Ahsoka, currently in production, and the rumor indicates Vader may have a role to play in her journey. Making Star Wars has reported that the team responsible for bringing Darth Vader to life in Obi-Wan Kenobi has been reassembled for another live-action Star Wars project. The rumor hasn't been 100% confirmed, of course, but Making Star Wars strongly believes that the Vader group, including voice performer James Earl Jones, the legend himself who performed Vader's voice from the original trilogy, are preparing to work on Ahsoka, though the possibility remains that Vader could be used for a different project potentially. When the question is asked, Vader versus Ahsoka Tano in live action, what are the possibilities of that? Here's what the Direct's article says about that. Ahsoka is by far and away the most likely project Darth Vader will be involved in within the given projects that we have. Given the history between the characters and the show's current production status, it always is possible he could have a brief cameo in Skeleton Crew, as Making Star Wars briefly suggests, which is set to begin filming in the summer. The only other shows set to shoot soon are The Acolyte, which would be impossible for Vader to really appear in, and Andor Season 2 later in the year, something that could happen but seems very unlikely. However, I find myself disagreeing with that statement. I think that it's very likely Vader would make some type of brief cameo within the Andor series. And even for The Acolyte show is set to be set in the High Republic or the Old Republic, ever before the Skywalker saga, so it could be potentially foreshadow Darth Vader and his whole prophecy and his whole story. As I had mentioned, Hayden Christensen was reported to be involved in Ahsoka last year, and lead actress Rosie R. Dawson had to remove her celebratory social media posts due to the unofficial announcement. The nature of this role is likely to be as a Force ghost of Anakin Skywalker, given the series' placement in the timeline, in the Mandoverse taking place after the events of Return of the Jedi. As Ahsoka's former master, the bond Anakin shared with her was very strong. Just watch Star Wars The Clone Wars animated series, and a project that allowed the two to make amends following their duel on Malachor makes for fascinating storytelling opportunities. Not only could Hayden Christensen come back as a Force ghost, but there's always the possibility of flashbacks and Clone Wars flashbacks. For the Ahsoka and Anakin moments to really hit tough audiences, we'll have to be reminded of what Vader tried to do on Malachor. The best way to do it is to show it, and in Ahsoka's case, that would mean a live-action recreation of the fight that appeared in Star Wars Rebels. The Vader team assembled for Kenobi has all the pieces in place to bring every facet of the character to life again for that conflict. Dimitris Bistorkai, sorry if I pronounced that, I probably did it, butchered it, stands for the wide shots as Vader. Tom O'Connell can perform the fight itself, and Hayden Christensen appears for the emotional moment after the mask has been cut open. These three are able to bring Darth Vader to life in Obi-Wan Kenobi and can do the same for the Ahsoka Tano series. It may be tedious to recreate the fight in its entirety, but there can be several key moments leading up to the duel. The moment of the lightsabers first clash, Anakin's brief re-emergence before Vader takes over again and tries to kill Ahsoka, that needs to be shown. The series opening with such a traumatic experience for Ahsoka before showing how she got off Malachor, transitioning the story to the present day would be a gut punch, but also one that could set the tone for the emotional journeys being established for both Anakin and Ahsoka Tano herself. Ahsoka debuts in 2023 on Disney Plus as the article finishes up there. I very much disagree with it being tedious to recreate this. I think that all three of these guys would definitely be on board to make this come true, come to life, and really make it actually happen. And Dave Filoni on top of that would find somebody that would want to do this and make it happen, make it work. Of course, I want to know all of your thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below. I'd absolutely love to hear what you guys all think. Drop a new video if you did enjoy it, as it really just help with the channel, and check out Instagram on official Star Wars, more Star Wars content, guys. Thanks so much for watching today's video. As always, been a force with you. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.